to explore a truly remarkable and intriguing piece of American coinage, the 1965 Liberty $quarter, a coin that might look ordinary to most people who casually carry it in their pocket or have seen it countless times in circulation, but in reality, when examined deeply, when connected to the stories of its creation and the mysteries of its survival, this coin can hold secrets that make it one of the most extraordinary and valuable pieces ever discovered in the vast history of United States minting. In fact, some extremely rare and unique versions of this coin have fetched unbelievable amounts at auction, with reports and stories suggesting that a single 1965 quarter could today be valued at an astonishing $32 million, a sum that is far beyond its humble face value of 25 cents. To understand why the 1965 Liberty $quarter stands out as such a legendary coin in American numismatics, we must first go back to the history of this transitional year. The year 1965 was monumental in the story of American coinage, because it marked a massive shift from traditional silver coinage to clad coinage. Prior to 1965, quarters, half dollars, and dimes were struck in 90% silver, a composition that had been consistent for decades, but with the rising cost of silver in the early 1960s, the intrinsic value of the silver in these coins was nearing or surpassing their face value, leading to hoarding, shortages, and a crisis for everyday commerce. As a result, the United States Mint decided to end the long era of silver quarters and switch to a copper-nickel clad composition that would not only save costs, but also stabilize circulation. This decision makes the 1965 quarter a key transitional coin, and whenever a transition occurs at the Mint, there is always the possibility of unusual errors, varieties, or accidental strikes that end up making some coins incredibly valuable. While the majority of the 1965 quarters are common clad issues with virtually no silver in them, there are a handful of reported and confirmed examples of 1965 quarters that were mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. These rare coins stand as numismatic treasures because they were never intended to exist, yet they slipped through the cracks of history. They are the definition of mint errors that collectors dream about. These transitional era quarters have sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions, with the finest examples reaching six-figure prices, but the stories go even further into legend, with some reports and claims suggesting that an absolutely unique and historically priceless 1965 silver quarter, or even one with a combination of errors, could be worth as much as $32 million to a passionate collector or